All right. Welcome to the CFX Nutrition New Year, New You Wellness Wednesday webinar. This webinar is brought to you and powered by HSN, CFX Nutrition, and hosted by myself, Cameron Hashemi. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate your time tonight. And tonight we're going to talk about 3 tips for actually achieving your New Year's resolutions. So just to preface, our nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, who has helped over 35,000 people all around the world take control of their health. And here are just some of the incredible success stories. We know that while this is simple, it is far from easy. But just like these successful people, you will find your success one step at a time. So, how many of you have heard the phrase "New Year, New You"? I know I've heard it plenty of times, pretty much at the beginning of every single New Year's or the beginning of every year. At the end of the year, beginning of a new year, we tend to make resolutions in hopes to becoming a better version of ourselves or a new you. A New Year's resolution is a common tradition in which a person resolves to continue good practices, changes an undesired trait or behavior to accomplish a personal goal or otherwise improve their life. So I'm going to tell you a story about one of my clients who will remain nameless, anonymity and all, you know. So before coming to see me, she had gotten a $15 a month membership at a gym nearby and decided to try Whole30 because she heard a few people lost weight doing it. After discussing this a bit more, she shared that she had a holiday work party where she decided to indulge. She then talked about how she felt so bad about it the next day that she didn't stick to her plan the next week. She didn't make it to the gym, didn't stick with her Whole30 program until February came around, and she had actually gained a few pounds. Has something like this happened to you? Have you ever gotten super motivated only to find yourself completely forgetting about your resolution a few weeks later? Don't worry, you're not alone. So reports indicate that approximately 60% of people make New Year's resolutions. Only 8% of people who make those resolutions reported to actually achieve them. According to the US News and World Report, 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. So it's pretty quick, within a month. In a 2014 report, 35% of participants who failed their New Year's resolutions admitted they had unrealistic goals. 33% of participants didn't keep track of their progress, and 23% forgot about them. About 1 in 10 respondents claimed they made too many resolutions. Additionally, research participants achieved their goal 22% more often when they engaged in strategic goal setting, wherein their resolutions are made in terms of small and measurable goals, like lose a pound per week rather than just lose weight, something vague like that. So where did this client go wrong? What was the reason she fell into the 92% who did not achieve their goals? Maybe because she tried to do too much at once. Maybe she wasn't being realistic. Maybe she didn't even have a specific goal in mind, which left her without much direction. Here's the thing. It was likely a combination of all those things and then some. While I cannot tell you the exact reason she fell short, I can help you set yourself up for success for this year's New Year's resolution. So first things first, we need direction. To get a direction, we should have a specific goal in mind. When it comes to setting goals, you need to start with an assessment. What does success look like to you? What do you want to achieve in this new year? Common personal goals include losing weight, achieving good trades, and saving money. The strategy for goal setting begins with the big picture. Taking a look at the big picture before breaking into smaller components allows one to focus on the primary goal. Once the main goal is set, breaking it up into smaller, more achievable components helps in the planning portion of setting the goal. These smaller, more attainable objectives promote self-esteem and improve instant feedback to help the individual on task. What worked well in the past? You might want to revisit those things that helped you reach your past goals. What didn't work in the past? You probably don't want to go back to the things that didn't help you move the needle forward. Time management is the practice of systematically finishing tasks in order to help facilitate achieving your goals. During your assessment, you need to think about the time commitment for achieving your goals. If your goal is to eat healthier in order to lose weight, then you need to commit the time plan to plan out your meals, go grocery shopping, and meal prep and cook. So take a moment whenever you're viewing this, go ahead and complete a self assessment. Okay. It's the first step for setting up your New Year's goals. And now that we've gone over completing a self assessment and goal setting, let's talk about 3 tips that can help you stick with those goals. And real quick before we move on, I want you to figure out your why. Your why is a strong emotional connection to your end goal. Well, you may have written as a goal to lose X amount of weight, but stop and think, why is that so important to you? Is it to be a better role model, to change your health outcomes, increase your confidence? So take a brief moment to write down your why as well. So here we go. We'll start with the 3 tips. So tip number 1, ditch the all or nothing mindset. We live in a microwave society where we are expecting instant results. But the truth is that it takes time to make your changes sustainable. You need to create healthy habits, which will be woven into your lifestyle after consistently achieving them over a period of time. There are likely several goals or resolutions that you want to commit to for the new year, but the key is to only work on one thing at a time. Research has shown that when people try to change a single behavior at a time, the likelihood that they'll retain that habit for a year or more is better than 80%. When they try to tackle 2 behaviors at once, their chances of success are less than 35%. Then when they try for 3 behaviors or more, their success rate plummets to less than 5%. Is it any surprise then that when people try to massively overhaul their lifestyle in short order, the changes simply don't stick? Of course not. This is why you need to focus on one thing at a time to set yourself up for success. So how do we know where to start? We should aim to find a low-hanging fruit, something that you can easily achieve consistently. You may be wondering why choosing something that easy to accomplish is important. Well, have you ever heard the idea that success breeds motivation? It's true. Let's say my goal is to lose weight. Well, I know there are so many things I can change to start making progress. I decide that drinking 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning before anything else is where I will start. Once I get super confident and consistent with this every single morning, I'll feel more apt to adding more. I take this success and start thinking about adding in a serving of vegetables at dinner. Now, a few weeks later, I start eating more veggies at lunch and dinner, and so on and so forth. We can start small and start finding the little wins. We will have more motivation to start tackling those bigger actions like hitting the gym, meal prepping, or whatever else comes to mind for your journey. And it all started with a quick glass of water first thing in the day. So tip number 2 is to start with a clean slate. There are likely several goals or resolutions that you have attempted in the past, or diet plans or nutrition challenges that left you feeling unsuccessful. You're not alone. Research reports that at least 2/3 of people on diets will regain more weight than they lost. It's just the truth. Give yourself some grace. Put those negative experiences, outcomes, and thoughts behind you and move forward with a clean slate. It's a new day. If you feel that mindset is one of the things that holds you back, take the time to start and end your day with positive affirmations. Every morning, aim to write 3 or recite 3 positive affirmations. This may sound like this. I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. I'm better than I used to be, better than I was yesterday, but hopefully not as good as I'll be tomorrow. I have all the strength and confidence within me that I need to succeed. Things like this. Next, think about ending your day with gratitude. Write and recite to yourself 3 positive things about yourself or your day. I'm strong for accomplishing X. I'm brave for doing X. I'm grateful for doing X. In addition to shifting your mindset with affirmations and gratitude to create a clean slate, consider creating a visual to keep your end goal at the forefront of your mind. This may be a vision board. Maybe it's a picture of your friends or family. Maybe it's that outfit you want to wear again. Whatever it is, we want it to relate back to your goal we defined and the why behind it. So while mindset is a huge part of starting with a clean slate, let's chat about setting ourselves up for success with a clean pantry. Enter the closet clean out strategy. Here are 4 tips for cleaning out your refrigerator and pantry. So 1, remove anything expired. There are so many products we hang on to without realizing they're out of date. The first step to clean out is to check expiration labels and get rid of anything that is out of date. 2, check the sugar content. Sugar is added to many processed foods labeled as healthy. Do you know the American Heart Association recommends that kids Ages 2 to 18, and women consume no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day, and men should consume no more than 36 grams. Make sure that you're checking the nutrition facts label for added sugar in fruit and food products. 3, check the fat and sodium content. Fat and sodium are stabilizers. Companies add these to items to food products to make them last longer on the shelves. While we want to incorporate healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and oils, we want to limit processed foods loaded with fat and added trans fats. Many sauces, soups, and processed foods are loaded with sodium as well. So make sure that you're looking at the nutrition facts and checking for added fat and sodium in food products. And 4, strategically place your whole foods, right, in the pantry, in the refrigerator, easily visible. You want these to be the first thing you see when you're opening up that fridge or pantry. And now that we have a clean slate, let's discuss tip number 3, make a plan for success. Benjamin Franklin said it best: if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. We know that success led to continued motivation with achieving your goals. So how will you plan for your success? Going back to our goal setting, what is realistic? Are you setting yourself up for success or failure? How will you stay accountable to your goals? Keep your goals visible, write them down and keep them in view. Anyone thinking about ideas for a vision board yet? Should be. Even a sticky note or something like that. Put it up in your vanity mirror. Share your goals with your friend or family members. Most people will highly benefit from having an accountability partner. Find a way to track your progress, whether it's an app or calendar, Google Sheet, daily journal. Remember, you cannot measure what you do not track. If you're thinking that you aren't sure where to start when it comes to staying accountable and tracking this journey, here is the secret. Working with a nutrition coach, that is the fastest way for you to reach your goals. That is a built-in accountability partner. We will use our tools and resources to help you define goals, create habits, track said habits, while staying focused and accountable every step of the way. If this is something you know will help you, scan that QR code. I'll send it to you in a workbook. You can get it started. You can also check us out at CrossFitX.com, where you can schedule a free intro with myself or Coach Shashanta, and we would love to meet with you and get you started on your healthy journey today. Looking to know more great tips to find success with this year's goals? Tune into episode 8 of the Nutrition Made Simple podcast to hear the 5 habits of highly successful nutrition clients with Nicole Aucoin, the founder of HSN, and Ashley Osterman. So with all of the misinformation out there, we know this feeling can be overwhelming. To start building your foundation, here are the HSN principles that have helped so many people take control of their health one habit at a time. So 1, add more whole foods to your diets. Choosing whole food options and less processed foods packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate with the plate method. And here's the plate method before us. And as you can see, half the plate on the left side, non-starchy veggies, right? Bottom right, you got a quarter of your plate, lean protein. Top right, you're gonna have a quarter of your plate with some starchy carbs. And then off to the side of the plate there are some mindful healthy fats, like I said, coming from nuts, seeds, or oil. And be mindful about how much you're doing. Stick to the serving sizes. Number 2 is focus on balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain a carb, a protein, and a fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will help you feel fuller longer. Number 3, limit the added sugar. Like I said, the American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 teaspoons for men. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's 46 teaspoons per day. And it's really easy to build to that. Next time you drink a pop, check out that soda can. How many grams of sugar are in that? It's not surprising. Sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product you find in the package. Don't forget to start with a clean slate. So now I want to answer some frequently asked questions. What should I eat around my workout? So fueling around your workouts to gain muscle, lose fat, increase energy, or really any health and fitness goal is important. Aim to have a healthy carb and protein before and after your workout. If you don't put gas in your car, you wouldn't expect it to get you anywhere, right? Don't run your body on E. One of my favorite pre-workout food, especially if it's getting closer to a workout, I like to do an RX bar, something like that, something that's balanced. It's simple, not many ingredients in it. My favorite post-workout fuel is non-fat Greek yogurt, handful of blueberries mixed in. Honestly, it's killer. Sometimes I add a touch of honey. What if I don't like veggies? I've heard this so many times, and maybe you feel this way, but I want to challenge you and ask, what if you just haven't found the way you like them? Roasting your veggies for a nice crunch rather than mushy veggies, adding good seasoning for a flavor you can be excited for, and even finding ways to sneak them into recipes and smoothies is an easy way to get more veggies in our day. Where should I start? And that's a great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time, just like I said at the beginning. Maybe it is something you already have in mind, or maybe it is one of the things we discussed today. But the best and fastest way to reach your goal is to work one-on-one with a nutrition coach to build an individualized plan. Here's the deal. There is never a perfect time to get started. There's always something that will come in the way. You have to make a commitment to yourself. It's simple, not easy, but we are here to help you. If you are thinking this all sounds great, but I don't really know where to start, or I really just need someone to help me create a plan that's realistic for me and someone to keep me accountable, we would love to help you. So we're going to bring it all back. Remember, today we discussed the 3 tips to help you find your new you this new year. Tip number 1, add whole food to your diet. Tip number 2, focus on balance. And 3, limit the added sugar. Okay. We're also going to focus on creating a plan, sticking to that plan. So once again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. Feel free to reach out to us at CrossFitX.com. You can find and book your free intro there, or you can email us at info@CrossFitX.com. Anyways, good luck to you. We're here if you need you. Please reach out.